Deep down, all of us have this tension that exists. It's the contrast between being fully self-expressed and the need for safety. Powerful listening creates powerful trust. One of the things that damages relationships, teams, organizations, companies, families is a lack of trust. Now, trust is a very interesting concept or construct. For most of us, there's a fear of being misunderstood. Well, when we're speaking, if we don't feel like we're being listened to, we certainly don't want to create conflict. And we have this need to be right or wondering if we need to be right. And this creates a level of difficulty for both the speaker and the listener. Deep down, all of us have this tension that exists. It's the contrast between being fully self-expressed and the need for safety. It's almost like playing tennis against yourself. The important thing of trust in an organization or in an individual's life, it creates healthy debate. Vigorous discussions. Elements of conflict can benefit that discussion when both the speaker and the listener feel understood. It doesn't mean they have to agree. Now let me expand on this. If you take two individuals, what's really powerful and something to acknowledge and maybe pay attention to is how long people have been around each other, but perhaps don't really know each other at all. And if deep down we all want to be understood, one of the most powerful ways you can understand a person is to listen to them. Ask questions. Listen to the choice of words they use. Perhaps look at their patterns. But if you have two people and you understand me, and you can feed back to me who you think I am, what you hear me say, what you believe I stand for. And I can do the same for you. Well, we have two powerful individuals who develop trust, not only in themselves, but in others. But if I don't feel understood, it's going to make me nervous. But if I do feel understood, you and I can have a vigorous discussion on any topic, and we don't have to agree. Because if I understand you, and you understand me, you know why we've taken the position we've taken. We can agree to disagree if we have to. Now, what's valuable in listening is to take this concept of design thinking, and that's just going for it, or reaching out, or taking a risk, or taking a chance. Some of the most powerful companies and organizations in the world, some of the products we use, some of the products we admire, have a design thinking culture and philosophy. Now, design thinking is using one's imagination. It's not getting something perfect, it's getting it going. It's listening to the clients, it's listening to the customers, it's listening to the colleagues, it's listening to the market to understand where it might be necessary to pivot, iterate, as they say. Ideas are something we tend to hold back on, but ideas are like children. They need time and room to grow. Any great product or any great individual that you've spent time with didn't start out that way. We evolve, we iterate, we learn over time. Now, some of you may have read a book that was available years ago, or a concept called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Now, what is troubling in this, it still exists in many places today. Of those dysfunctions, sort of at the foundation of that, is trust or lack of trust. But I'll recall these 5 for you. Of those 5, listening is a big influence on how these evolve in an organization, by the way. It's the inattention to results. It's not thinking about what you're accountable for. It's not paying attention or being accountable for the team or the organization's results. That creates dysfunction. It's avoidance of accountability, being a bit fuzzy in the commitments that you make, or perhaps having a number of excuses why you've not been able to do something you said you would do. There's also a lack of commitment that exists in an organization that's dysfunctional this way, or let's say it's psychologically unsafe. There's a big fear of conflict that creates playing not to lose as opposed to play to win. But the foundation of all that is an absence of trust. Now, as we work through the listening modules, the most important thing we can do to develop trust is listen, right? But listen to ourselves, because we can't give something away unless we own it. If we listen to ourselves and learn to trust ourselves first, we can make a powerful impact on the relationships we have with people around us, all around us. And something interesting about listening? You'll get to know somebody in a way you never could have known them before, even if you've known them most of your life, purely for listening to what's available. That's trusting yourself, and that's trusting them.